Hi, this is Amy at Book of Magic. Welcome in. I am so excited because I have completed a journal, and this is the flip through of my 6 months of working in this junk journal. So let's jump right in. Here is the front cover. I used the base of it is made of Bristol paper, and I put a paper towel over it that gave it this texture. And this paper towel was something that I had used when I was using a lot of red paint, and I just saved it because it looked really cool. And I glued it on top with Elmer's glue underneath and on top of it. And then I added some bits of tissue paper, like for gifts. It's got this flower print on it, and then some more bits of paper towels that I have used while I'm painting. And so here we go. This is I just had an idea one day. It was springtime and I started thinking about spring chickens, so I looked up a picture of a chicken on Pinterest and I wanted to make it like very silly looking, so that's what I did here. It's acrylic paint. I've saved some little bits of paper, my son's doodle drawing, and this tells me I began this journal in December of last year, 2022, and I finished it this month, June of 2023. This was a piece of art that I did on a separate piece of paper, and I cut it out and glued it in. This is an image from Book of Magic on Etsy. That's my shop. This came from a vintage book, and I like this poem. Lion, you have proven your love. Now let the humble daisy set you free. This is a piece of cardboard, and it's heavier than the paper I glued it onto, so I only glued it across the bottom, and it holds this card in there pretty well. It doesn't move around. This was some notes that I had taken that I wanted to put in, so I just kind of folded them in there. And they're still, there we go. These are from an old painting that I turned into a collage sheet, and this is in the shop also. I don't know if I can show that word, but I kind of just showed it. Whatever. I'm hot. I love this part. This was documenting when I first started to get hot flashes. Some eyes. This image is in the Etsy store. I really love this one. This image is in the Etsy shop. This is from the Moonflowers kit, Book of Magic. Here's my resting bitch face. I didn't intend for it to be that way. I just started drawing, and then she came out that way, and I was like, oh yes. So this was for a full moon art ritual, and I did it was the full moon in Leo, so I used some previous painting images that I had. This is a painting that I did, and I mirrored the image on Canva, and then this and this, these are both images from Book of Magic, and I shrunk them down on the printer and created this pocket so that I could do my intentions for the full moon. Put a couple of little notes in there. And then I have these crystals from a collage sheet that I made a long time ago. I think I'll put them back in the shop because I took them down. But I love this one. This was a design that Jason did for our entertainment center, and he did make it. It's right over there close to me. This image is in the shop. Sacred Feminine kit. This is the full moon tea collage piece in the shop, and made this intention. This is another full moon ritual I did, and I made this note card for it behind there. There's also a tutorial on how to do this, and I might do another, I might update it so that I can be really clear on how to make it. These are some notes from the class that I taught. This is my drawing of Oprah that I love so much. So very much. And I've painted these in with high flow acrylics and acrylic inks. And I mimicked this image here that it came on the wrapping of some watercolor paper, I believe, that I bought. Then I hid this pocket here to put some more notes. This one also has notes. Pocket here. This one I made in my video that I will link here, and this image is the same as this one. I just trimmed her and made her a pocket right here. This is from a class that I taught, and I really loved it. I did it on a larger piece of paper, but I left this part, so I cut it out. I wrote some notes, some highlights about that class on it, and then keeping it and saving it here. This is one of my favorites. I'm kind of practicing and getting ready for the fall season that's coming up. We have lots of Day of the Dead images that will be coming soon to the Etsy shop. This is my famous Frida page. I've posted a lot about this on Instagram. There's a little intention note here. There's some extra notes here, and this comes out. I'm actually going to be teaching a class on this soon. If you follow me on Instagram, you can find out about that. This piece of fabric I love so much. This came from my grandma's Mexican blouse. This is from our collage sheet that's called, I believe it's called the March collage kit. It is available in the Etsy store, and there are images. These two images were drawn by my boyfriend Jason, as well as this. Now, this is probably the only page that I don't know, I'm kind of iffy about on this journal. I just started playing around. I didn't have any plan, and I just started smearing because this page was blank and I was basically done with all the other pages, so I don't know, this happened. I love this one. I made a reel for this on Instagram, the process of making this, if you want to see that, as well as many of these pages are in my reels if you want to go and check those out. Did some writing here. These two images are in the shop. The owl is in the Moonflowers kit, and this heart is in the Sacred Feminine kit. I drew this a long time ago, and I had made prints of it. And so I just put it in when I was making the signature of the journal. I clipped all of these together because they were kind of thin, and I wanted, this is made out of cardboard, so I wanted it to be able to, you know, just be on a sturdy surface. These are fun. Why did I make this? Just because it's fun. Little note that fits behind these. This image is in the Sacred Feminine Collage kit in the shop, and this was for Everything Art UK. They had a challenge for February, and they provided everyone who wanted to join with a collage sheet that had all of these images, and this was the color palette that we were to use, and then we could make whatever we wanted, and this was my entry for that. This is my drawing. Here is another version of the full moon tea using a little bit different colors. Let's compare it. They both have a yellow sweater though. This one says freedom, this one says courage. This also comes out here. This was an intuitive painting. I didn't know what was going to happen. There, I have a reel for the process of making this on Instagram. This was super fun. I just felt like trying some vintage magazine collage. Silly and fun, and kind of the start of summer feel for me. It's one of my favorite quotes ever. And this paper, I love it so much. I'm almost out of it, but I got it like in a pack at the thrift store several years ago. And I don't know, I'm sure I can order some or something, but I love it. These are from one of my paintings. And then this is so awesome. If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. I love that quote. And this and these flowers are from the same painting. And I have decided that for every journal that I complete, on the last page I want to write, I did it, as a form of congratulation to myself. And this says I'm actually quite disciplined, because in my mind I tend to make up the story that I never finish anything, but actually I do finish what I set out to finish. And this is my second completed journal. I can achieve anything I want to. Here's our business card for Book of Magic. I make the journals and Jason makes ceramics, and then we both do drawings for our collage sheets. There's some goals I have. This is what from a shopping bag that my daughter brought me, and I've ended with this dried and pressed poppy flower that I love. And the back cover: behind me is infinite power, before me is endless possibility, and around me is boundless opportunity. There you have it. Check out Book of Magic on Instagram and on Etsy for any of the collage images that you see here that you might like. And you can follow me at Amy Fig on Instagram as well. I think that's it. I have completed another journal. I did it. So now I'll be on to my next journal projects, and I will be seeing you fairly soon in those completed flip-throughs, and I will catch you in the next video.